When my husband was recently diagnosed with pneumonia during our relocation, the 6 practices from our Pain Recovery Reboot series saved me from spiraling into a pain flare. Today, I'm sharing the raw truth about how these approaches work when life gets messy and how they might be your lifeline too. Greetings. It's nice to see you again. And those here for the first time, you're very welcome. Today, I'm offering something a bit different, a candid update on how the reboot strategies are working as I navigate real life with its inevitable complications. The most notable improvement has been in my morning mobility. Initial stiffness has decreased by about 60% after 2 weeks of practice, with a ripple effect on my mood and productivity. My recent move created a natural experiment in how these practices work under stress. When routines were disrupted, I noticed an immediate increase in joint discomfort. By prioritizing strategic movement and consistent daily routines, I maintained baseline comfort even amid chaos. I've been most consistent with breathing techniques and implementing anti-inflammatory nutrition strategies with about 80% adherence. The days I strayed from these eating principles provided clear evidence of how directly food affects my comfort. My social connections are slowly building in my new location, with even brief interactions providing surprising benefits. I've scheduled virtual coffee dates with established friends while building new local connections. Creating this reboot around 6 key elements: neuroplasticity, movement, breathing, social connections, anti inflammatory foods, and restorative sleep became my lifeline during an unexpectedly challenging period. While filming the episode on positive social connections, my husband was diagnosed with pneumonia. Those connections became essential emotional support during a frightening time. The episode on restorative sleep was recorded after a night awake, checking my husband's breathing and temperature. I was practicing what I taught, prioritizing sleep when possible, and making the most of limited rest by understanding my body's natural sleep cycles. Throughout this period, breathing techniques became my anxiety management toolkit. As we awaited a diagnosis, these patterns brought my nervous system back to baseline, allowing clearer understanding about my husband's treatment. The anti-inflammatory nutrition strategies maintained my own comfort levels while creating content for you. Even on chaotic days, these foods kept my pain manageable. Now, let me share some specific techniques that have made these practices sustainable even during chaotic times. The stacking approach, linking health practices to existing habits, has been most effective. I practice the diaphragmatic breathing while waiting for my morning tea to steep. The addition first nutrition method has proven remarkably sustainable. Starting with colorful vegetables before adding other foods has naturally shifted my intake without triggering deprivation. And brief 2 to 3 minute hourly movement breaks have improved my joint mobility far more than longer, less frequent exercise sessions. The rhythm of unpacking disrupted my ideal schedule. I've adapted a minimum effective dose approach, identifying the smallest version of each practice that still provides benefit. On busy days, this means 5 minutes of targeted morning stretches or ensuring at least one meal contains anti-inflammatory components. Weather changes have affected my joint comfort. I've adapted with greater emphasis on warm up movements on colder days. The most important adaptation is releasing perfection. Consistent imperfect practice proves far more beneficial than occasional perfect days. Your comments revealed that breaking changes into specific practices and focusing on one element at a time made implementation more sustainable. I'm grateful for the adaptations you've shared for different conditions, enriching our community's toolkit. Going forward, I'm aiming for 80% consistency with these practices while continuing to offer free one-on-one sessions at bonnielester.com for those seeking inspiration on their pain recovery journey. These experiences have inspired me to create more structured support for your journey. I'm excited to announce my AIM program from my book, Unwinding Pain, which rebuilds identity, purpose, and vitality, elements often diminished by chronic pain. Despite my 30-year journey with complex regional pain syndrome, I've remained committed to helping others improve their quality of life. In coming weeks, I'll share more videos on each reboot practice, guided by your questions. Throughout the recent challenges, knowing these videos would reach you kept me going. A powerful reminder that having meaningful purpose sustains us during difficult times. This journey has reinforced something I deeply believe. Small, consistent actions create significant shifts in our experience of physical discomfort. The body responds to patterns, not perfection. Please share your experience in the comments. Your insights help me create more relevant content and support others earlier in their journey. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this community where we explore holistic approaches together. So it's bye for now, and I'm wishing you a comfortable week.